technology. We get a lot of synthetics coming through. One of our guild.
Yep.
Oh yes. I haven't even introduced myself. Dr. Ellis Mortimer. I am the head of education here at the Wanderers.
And I'm Leviathan. Fleet Admiral of the Fleet of Perseverance, as well as a guild member here. I help where I can.
And over here we have another head department.
Hey, Orisa.
Hello.
Their name's Orisa.
Orisa Vex.
I'm a cat, I like to fish. That's pretty much all you need to know about me.
Yes, I've been told that
My
you like to fish.
Yeah.
That's all I
I
really
can
knew
introduce
about you
myself,
other than
but
basic
thank you.
appearance description.
My bad.
Sorry.
I just saw you. I wanted to say hi. That's all. It's a habit.
I'm not sure she
We're
heard me
actually planning
anyway,
on
so...
going on a fishing expedition soon, so you're welcome to join for that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excuse me for just a second.
Still picking out a location.
So, that's a whole massive magic taken form.
Yes,
I
I
can't
see
smell
that.
anything
because of that
It's a part of Jen's core that hopped out and has sentience, and I almost stepped on them at one point back in Stardust when I was trying to help Jen fix something. Yes, I know you're blowing raspberries. You can stop
There you
that.
go. I'll be good. Just you guys are
Is
gonna
Jen okay?
I don't know. Ask them.
I don't have
They
stuff for
refuse
this.
to speak to me.
No, it's
Or
fine.
mime
Just
to
gonna
me
put you
or
over here
whatever.
anyway. Excuse me. Just gonna put you like right here. There you go.
Up on the table. There you go, your head height. You're
Hey,
actually
I'm
taller
not-
than me by a little bit.
Do you know if Jen is alright?
You are Jen?
I think she's connected to her somehow. I think.
I mean, yeah, you're part of Jen, but it's the, like, main body, alright?
The whole of Jen.
They're over that way. Are they at the windmill?
I can do a quick flyby if you guys want.
Oh, the portal thing.
Oh.
I
think what she's saying. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, I know what she's trying to say. She's trying to say she's on the ground somewhere, I think. Maybe.
They're over there.
Over there on the ground, I think.
Oh, okay. Are they're over there?
I'm gonna do a quick
It-
flyby.
oh, okay.
Give me a second.
Are they okay? Do they need help? Do they need help? Just a head tilt and a shrug. Okay. Does someone who knows synthetics want to go help that?
I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna get some scout data, let you guys report back, see if I can find any of them.
Alright. Yeah. Hi, Orisa.
Hello.
This is the thing. Oh, have you met Ancilla? I can't remember.
Ancilla. Yes, I have.
Demon in a maid dress, yes. This is the one of the people that she's been looking for.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello. Like a little sprite.
Oh.
What the?
I don't know. Things are just happening today.
Yeah, today's more interesting than we're used to.
Usually we just hang out and talk, but today I guess we have one of our synthetics has lost a core piece of them and it's running around. We've got a new isekai person showing up.
Sounds real interesting.
Than that, yeah. I mean, it's the metaverse. Things can just happen.
Yes, so.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah.
They're holding one of the flowers.
Metaverse has just about anything you can think of. Well, literally anything you can think of. If you can think of it, it exists somewhere. You just gotta go find it. For example, I am a wizard and a geneticist. I made this body, and I do magic bullcrap like this.
I'm back.
I can
Sorry about that.
do all sorts of magic things. I just generally don't do it that much. Hi.
Hey. There you go.
Thank you.
I didn't see anything from above. That might. Didn't see anything from
No.
above ground, I don't think.
We need to.
Out of character, I need to correct you because I can't talk to you when you're flying.
Yeah, okay, my bad. Well, what's up? What you find?
Do you see the small outcropping right there? The like
Outcropping
rocky
of, like, the
outcropping?
Yeah, I
The
do.
rocks, like there. Yeah,
Yeah,
Jen
I
is
gotcha.
just powered off,
Alright.
powered off, slumped
Alright, cool.
against it.
Gotcha. He was just grabbing it, just bringing it. Okay, correction. I found her. She's powered off. Doesn't look a bit injured, but. Yeah, I found her.
Well, does anyone else here know synthetic stuff?
I'll just put it on the
I mean,
table
I
there.
can cast mend.
Alice, could you
I
get
don't
over
know,
here?
just know one is. I don't think so.
I'd go help Leviathan take care of Jenna and make sure she's alright.
I won't be the most help, but I'll do what I can.
I mean, you're part of medical.
Yeah.
Very cool. So what's wrong with
Yeah,
Jen? What are the
synthetics
injuries you
don't
could
really
see
heal
after an
like,
in-depth scan of her?
Normal people. Well, flesh
In-depth
people.
scan shows no issues, no
Mm.
damage at all, not even scratches. The worst you can see is there is dirt on the heels and parts of the boosters from just walking around in the area with in a lot of wetlands.
Alright.
Technology.
He's gonna just,
They
there's a
do
coin in the
test out
chest from what I
everything
can see.
once,
Or no?
I guess once you find Ancilla, then
It is, but it is
you have your
completely
personal goal
Well,
set,
my own
and
thing, I guess.
see-through and completely
Yeah.
transparent. It's
if you
just like an
work well,
orb of
there's
glass
no
that is very
boundaries here. There's
clear.
far too little boundaries, honestly.
I see. Well, she said she lost power
Mm.
completely.
Yeah,
Like,
that'd be a matter
holy
of
shit,
opinion.
there's nothing in there. Kind of thing.
I
Hmm.
mean that
So,
in some people
so what
can
are we
get
supposed
in over
to
their head
do
and
for this?
cause the entire world to die just because
Hey, little one. You're
No
part of it,
idea.
right?
Ain't that
or
interesting?
hero
Did you give her a jump
complex
start?
or any other manner of things. We are technically an
Alright.
adventurers guild, but when you run into most adventurers
As they
guild
jump
places,
and touch the
they
core, immediately
oftentimes
vanish.
just end up messing around with gods
Alright.
and angels and
Power's
demons
coming
and
back, it looks
world-ending
like.
threats.
Mm-hmm.
We're more of the yes, your
Hey,
village is
Jen.
being attacked by wolves. We can help with
You
that.
good? Yeah.
Apologies,
We don't
starting
try
back
to
up.
How's that more
do
must be?
that.
No worries.
I mean,
Very
recently
much
we
so.
were
Why would
quest
I
in the
clearing
world
up
and all that.
apartment.
I'm on the
Yeah.
table.
If you need something. If you need
Yep.
something,
You're
Found you over by
if
the
you need something to
rocks.
whack with a frying
Slumped
pan real
over.
good, I'm your gal.
your core
Lost
apparently
power.
separated.
Well, yeah, when we eventually have a permanent guild house, we are planning to have it by the edge of the ocean,
Of course,
so
I did that again.
probably going to be plenty of fish there to
It
do.
is fine. Nothing to worry about.
Plus, we don't
That's
really
not
have
bad.
a
Okay.
cook on staff
Sure?
yet, so
Do you have
Yeah,
any
you
idea
can.
why this
If
happened?
If it happens
it's
again.
open. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once we
I
have the guild house,
was
which is still a
over
while
at
away.
the fjord visiting,
Mhm.
I'm in the kitchen where I was,
and
oh, not where I was from, but
I
where
began
was.
to hear noises.
Wait, your
Yes.
home place or your first Isekai place?
First Isekai.
Apparently wolves and the
Okay.
like, but
Ah, yeah.
that is
Wh-
just
where you
from
met,
my
Ancilla
reactions.
and those lot.
That's the one.
Ah, okay.
My recording
many
showed no
people were
noises of
there?
the like.
Hmm.
Say about 20.
So maybe the spirits.
Hard to keep track most of the time.
Do
I
you
had thought
have the
so too, but they
recordings?
caused
At least one amount.
If it was the spirits, then I would be able to see
We didn't do a pretty big group.
Mm.
So
what
we can
actually
check around
happened.
almost.
My true sight.
from the center of Jen's palm pops up a quick recording of Jen
I was just doing my best to make
frantically
sure if I
like
say
spinning their
things
head around, wondering about wolves. They're saying what sounds like a heartbeat and
back.
other stuff.
those don't matter too much now,
But there is
Well-
nothing on the
one of
recording.
things that
Okay.
happened is that when we all woke up in that place, we all had a hero card branded on our bodies somewhere.
Interesting.
Peculiar, isn't it?
I do not see nor hear
Very
anything,
much.
which is unusual.
I mean,
I'm gonna pull down my sleeve here.
Normally
If it
with
was the messing
the...
with her.
Yes, if it was them, then I would have seen or heard something, at least my eye
I
open.
mean, tarot cards have many reasons.
Even then,
Yeah.
normally they leave some sort of artifacting on my recording
You can
software.
read it as
Hmm.
I
much
can't
as
see them,
anything.
static, sound issues, like
Yes, that's what
Nothing.
that makes me now. I guess I'm the fool.
Yeah, usually spirits can interfere
Yeah,
with
I mean,
most
it doesn't
recording
necessarily
software.
mean you're the fool.
Like,
some
you would get
issue
like
is,
static,
they
or you would see
weren't.
something that isn't there.
someone who's
Yeah, I know.
new,
They clearly weren't, otherwise I would have be able to
young, or
point it
just
out. And
starting their
Orisa,
journey or something like that.
I do not know.
I think I found
Like
members
they,
who are
they
actually
But it
good.
is-
I think the issue might be
Okay.
eternal.
The fool was,
if you know what I
was
mean.
meant to represent somebody who
But it may
Is
have
it
been
the
in your
diagnosis
head.
again?
the situation because they know something about it. You
Yeah,
don't.
that's what I'm thinking.
Mm. Hmm.
It would be difficult for it to be completely within my head. It would be a computer issue if it was.
A picture of
With
a guy
me.
about to walk off a cliff.
You would
don't
be
believe my core has
surprised.
an-
I've had people
Oh.
with magic can
Yeah.
interfere with systems just as much as they can affect the human body if they know how to do it right.
If I fell off the cliff, I'd bound to be
My
fine.
core
know
is
it's
my
not from the
emotional
TV, you know.
center. It's how I react to most stimuli.
Oh. I mean,
But I do not believe it has enough sway over my system to cause me to become this
There
bad.
is a,
I'm not saying like like it was like
But are you
core
certain?
was
I
at
mean, they
fault.
could
I think
handle
something
it
was
being
messing.
just not always
Something was
survival
messing with your
something
core
like
that caused you to do that. Basically, that's what I'm
Some pretty
thinking.
high places and been fine.
Potentially.
Mm.
Mm.
So either
It is
could be
certainly
like a
notable
virus,
that
could be
your
like a
core
magical
separated.
trait.
That normally does
Because
not
there's
just
also,
happen on its own.
Humanoid-looking people with cat-like
It
traits. Some of
no,
them are just purely
the only time that
aesthetic,
I've done it is
oh, you got
Ellis
foreheads.
and when
Huh.
I was too damaged.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You did not seem damaged.
I mean, sometimes it's just the two
So it cannot
ears.
be that.
Sometimes it's four.
The only
You
Hmm.
you start the fury with last, you remember, correct?
repeat.
Like when you, what's the last thing you remember
Sorry,
before
I'm
ending
going
up
off on a
here?
tangent here.
Do you remember being at
I
the
wa-
fjord, or then everything go black, or
Do you
what
have
happened?
any specific things?
I
we
was
need to
at the
keep on
fjord.
mind, like
I
an allergy to water.
decided whatever was going on was
Nah,
not worth my
I'm-
time,
I don't mind
as I
water,
couldn't
no.
figure out
No.
what was going on, and
Okay.
left. A bit
Because
more
Couldn't get a lot of fishing done
unstable
without
than I
smelling
would
water,
like,
could I?
but I thought coming here would calm me down, but
I'm aware of that. Just
it got worse as I was trying to leave.
was
I
unsure
came
if
here
you
and
had
decided,
some sort of debilitating
Uh,
weakness like that. For example, like
less decided and more
definitely
felt it
allergic
was
to
necessary to
flowers.
be out of the way for the time
No,
being.
nothing like that.
I
Yeah.
gotcha.
Alright, that's good.
So something brought you here
Hope
then.
Benzilla doesn't get caught
I
out
don't
in the
think.
rain.
'cause
No,
it
I
was
did
your
come
ability
here.
to believe. Oh,
You're
okay,
the
go.
one who's gotta worry about
I
that.
went into the gate, appeared here, and
yeah,
decided it was better to go
I
down there.
specifically have
for the
some
time being.
umbrellas in here that I've told her about,
see.
so if at any point
You
it
can send
starts
to a
raining
diagnosis
when I'm
check
around, she
for
has
my-
more than
Myself?
they have full permission to just grab my hat and take one out. Oh
Mhm.
yeah, this is a magic hat, by the
I
way.
can send
quite
you the
useful.
data if you wish
It's,
to look it
the
over
hat of
from,
holding
but
is
from
based
my
off
end
of,
it looks
a common
fine.
object known as a bag of holding. and
Alright,
you can
I'm
store
gonna just
about
send
anything
me
in
over
here,
the
I
raw
guess.
data. Let me see if
10-foot
it's
metal pole.
buggy or whatever. From your systems. The time of the incident.
Or an entire picnic basket filled with fresh sandwiches.
Thank you for paying.
Data sent.
Wish I could do that.
Yeah.
He's gonna take a
I
look
mean,
at
I'm
the
a
data.
wizard. I'm paranoid
And you
as
just
fuck, and I
speed
prepare
read through it
everything
basically.
I can
He's
think
also a
of.
machine. What do I see? Anything wrong with it? Anything like
And if I
discrepancies,
encounter a
errors,
situation I'm not
etc.
prepared for, I make sure I'm prepared for it next time.
And Jen has sent you the time from they entered the fjord
Because I've
to
lived
when
long
they
enough
powered
to
off.
encounter next
Yeah,
time
yeah.
The
this
moment-
time.
Do I see any?
Moments after entering the fjord, the system would make a notification, would make like a
Hi,
bug
Dana.
report pretty much
We
thing
have a
where it
new
goes,
friend.
system
She also has
AI
4 ears.
decided
System, yeah.
unusual course of action, no sound detected, no audio, no nothing
Yeah, I forget.
detected,
Yeah, you do have 4
which
ears, don't you?
repeats along with energy, the energy from the
Yeah.
core going a bit more chaotic and wild before,
Hmm.
as Jen would sit down in order, like thump against the rock, the power just kind of amplified to an insane level and then just stopped.
Did I miss anything while I was running?
Okay.
Apparently a villager came along.
So
wearing,
apparently
like, a blue
your AI
outfit.
core is having a malfunction of some
Apparently
sort.
one of the
Oh, yeah, I
villagers
noticed.
that they helped. Other than
That's what I
that,
guess.
That's
Like,
normal. It does
when
that
the-
normally when I am doing something
little
against my program,
sprite-looking thing
which is a lot of
This
my
is not
activities
just
in
the-
recent years.
I mean,
kind of
fair
big
enough, but
box
like
like
at the same
with
time, this is
purple
a
ears.
bit weird.
Well, more magenta
He's
than
gonna pull up the
purple.
infograph basically. He's gonna
We
like
just
pull up the
kinda ran
infograph
around for a
like power
bit.
usage. So as you can see, when you enter the
Uh,
fjord, the power usage is
Oh
stable,
yeah,
right? But
and
the moment you exit the
part of
fjord,
Jen
it
popped out of
spikes. You
their
see, like
body
that.
and started running around, being very
So
sassy.
something happened to cause your power to
When you
spike,
exit.
Yeah,
and that's where you lost power.
small
Because the
pink.
coin was ejected
I
due
think I
to
encountered
strain, I
him last
believe.
time at Stardust.
Now, what correlates between this is the AI core giving out an error,
Feel free to go
basically
ask
saying that
them
like
about that.
it's
I don't know what's
unusual
going on.
discrepancy, basically. It was an unusual discrepancy that caused power to spike when you
I don't
exit the fjord
understand
and
at the moment.
peaked, and then you shut off because of strain. I believe the core was ejected after that.
Yeah.
So what happened there? I suggest we should go back to the fjord sometime soon and probably investigate what happened there. Get more clues there.
I suppose so.
Sounds like for that.
Well-
That's an odd feeling.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, if you
What is
have
it?
any
What is
Orisa,
it?
are you
Is it
able to
worries
do
or
the
worries,
spirit,
feel free to ask me.
the thing you looked in to look into my core
If you
again?
have any medical concerns,
I can look into
pick
the
the bug over
core.
there. She's the head of medical, so she can help you out with just
Do you
about
remember?
anything.
It was a while ago. The spirit,
alright,
the
yeah.
check on the spirits.
I'll
Just
keep that
making
in
sure.
mind.
Yes, I can.
Just
I'd rather
get off
be
the data.
not near the main path for this.
Okay.
Do you mind we use your bakery for the time being?
How much space
Is
do
your
you
head
need?
alright?
Not much. We can just be behind
Okay.
it, suppose.
I was thinking that just use
Yeah.
the building as cover for other
Hmm.
people.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's our
That
property,
works.
so I wanted to make sure.
Either way.
Alright, cool.
Thank you.
I'm coming with. I would say I would come with you just to be more on the technological side, but hey, if you want me to come, I will.
Off we go.
Yeah, whatever.
There. Are you ready?
Give me
Alrighty.
a second. He's gonna put in a sync request to him. This one so he can monitor it in real time, basically. Monitor the systems in real
Alright.
time. I'm saying to you,
Sending
ready
live
to go?
data link.
Data link established.
Hmm. Spirits of the core. I would like to call upon you and see how you are doing, I suppose.
As you kind of look in and reach, metaphorically, reach to like check on the core, a mass of energy just kind of grabs onto to you and immediately uses it, and just a mass of black goo just swarms out of Jen following up the energy.
Mm.
Oh Jesus fuck!
Ah,
Oh, cool.
what?
Is that?
One moment, I need to turn off the fucking sound effects.
Alright.
There, now it's not going to be weird. One moment, I appear to have forgotten something important. Oh, light. I forgot.
What?
Ugh. How do you handle this light? Ugh. Ugh. I prefer to hide. I prefer the mental space to this hellhole. This is a physical world, I guess.
Hmm. So,
They're right. You do look different, Six. Mm,
Are you one of the spirits?
No, at least not the one in Gen. That's correct, right? I'm not saying it wrong. I'm not being offensive.
That is their name.
I'm not entirely sure. Good. Right. Greetings. I am known as Number 1. But refer to me as 1. Ease everything.
Mm-hmm.
Apologies. I don't talk to people this slow this often. I'm realizing mistakes so easily. I am Eden 1. The first one created.
I figured, given your design resembles how Jen used to look.
This is simply the base mental form we all get. Same with our physical form. I could use my more outlandish look, but that takes far too much energy, and I'm already wasting enough to kill a person, if I'm honest.
So what brings you here?
The mental world I share with Six and the other, Jen and the others, sorry, I have to get used to names outside of numbers. It's new. Their mental world has been filled with something new, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on, so I was in there and decided to use the doorway. Difficult, not my doorway, Jen's doorway. Enough energy required a lot of mental effort on my part, but there's 99 of us. It's enough strength to open a door.
I see.
Hmm.
Do you happen to have any idea what happened to Jen recently that made their core
Something
separate?
spiritual. Core separation? Yeah, I did see them in. I actually did see them in their world for a while. It looked like they were panicking, stressed, incredibly so.
I see. About what?
From the looks of it, the spirits that were there, or spirits. That's what they refer to themselves as, at least when they were being active. They are inactive a lot of the time. They were only awake very rarely. I've only seen them active twice, or I heard, but information travels so seamlessly. I think of it as myself seeing them twice.
Was one of those times when I was allowing them to, when I was communicating with them.
No, this is recent.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah?
No, I just didn't seeing them in the mental world a lot. No, black scalar. You have white.
No.
Wait, what?
The color of the other eye. The scala?
Sclera.
I don't know the pronunciation of that word. Sclera. Yes, it's normally full black. This one's mainly white. I see a bit of black, but I think that might just be how it normally is meant to be.
The black sclera would indicate Tomo, not Yami.
No, is this their sibling? They look very similar.
Something like that.
Alright. Well, they've been appearing in their mental world a lot more recently. They did something that Jen has internalized as good. Somewhat, anyway. They still seem to see them as violent.
What did you say?
Hmm?
You say Tomo did something in their mental world. How and
Hmm.
why?
Oh, the mental world is affected by thoughts, feelings, and memory.
Oh, I see.
So the reaction leads to the mental world changing.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I know this place pretty well. Huh. Things are currently set to this. Huh. Wait a minute. Where'd the green one go?
It appears they may have flexed out.
Not gonna ask what that is, but alright.
Mm.
Oh, good, I'm gonna. Alright, do you know anything else? Do you know anything about what's going on with them?
No, that is why I wanted to communicate with the spirits inside them to see if I could get some insight towards that.
Hmm. No, that does it. Well, I can pull one of them out, switch places. I can't come back out if I do that, but at least for the time being. Too much mental energy has already been used on coming out at once. Doing it again, we all need some rest. And there's a fight going on in the mental world anyway, so
I
we kind of need to
see.
focus up.
Can't think of anything else to ask you. It seems you do not know a whole lot about the situation. At least you know about as much as I do.
I know I know that recently something's been influencing the cores.
Hmm.
Doesn't seem to be the same as what happened to us, but something new.
Well, Jen's core is different, so that may be part of it.
Maybe.
Okay. You can bring out the other one.
One moment, I need to investigate something before I go.
Okay.
Ooh.
Here lies the string of thought. Something. This way comes. Be it friend, be it foe.
Yes.
Hello. I was gonna tell you to
Oh.
fetch.
Oh, right.
Is
Ah.
this? Are you Creator Man?
No.
Who?
Your best friend.
Was it August or whatever?
I have no idea who
Boss.
you. No, different colors. Sister? Maybe? Sibling? Probably.
What?
I know you, but different colors.
They're one of
I'm
the
definitely more
other
red than normal. It's
Eden
just the light
units.
here.
Eden Unit 1.
Okay.
There's a few different.
Okay,
No, you had-
because last time I
there's a
I
few
saw
dyed
the
my
different.
hair.
dad, he was inhabiting one of the Eden units.
Why did you kill your own hair?
No, guy with a Y.
Recolored
That's
it,
what I'm
darling.
asking.
They changed their hair color.
Used hair
Well,
paint.
that's. Oh. Seems like a longer way to do it. Wait a minute.
Hi.
You.
Yes, I am Dr. Ellis Mortimer. How can I help?
It is definitely all negative. Not all negative.
What?
Mostly negative.
Negative what?
Definitely.
Also, you've
Well,
Am
got
I,
something in your
do
hand
I have
there.
like negative karma or something you're detecting? I don't know.
No, negative memory.
Negative memory. Oh, a negative emotion memory. I mean, I did almost step on the little pink one at some point, but I didn't realize they were there. I mean, it was the first time she ever appeared.
That was a scare. I can see that. No,
Yeah,
the pain you caused. The soul-rending pain.
Soul-rending pain?
What?
Tearing someone out of their own body by force, even by accident.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was trying to help. We didn't exactly know much about how Jen worked, and I can't remember whether it was emergency or she just hasn't told us much about how that whole thing worked. Hey there.
It was a simple
Bye there.
accident.
Oh,
Nothing
hi.
to be out here
Yes.
about.
And I've apologized multiple times to those involved.
Panic attack and panic attack by association. 90% of it is
What?
good. You're good.
What?
Person.
They are seemingly assessing the memories related to us that Jen has experienced.
Yes. I will leave now. I have made a deal to switch out.
Okay.
But I hurt my sibling again. And I will make my way back here and break every part of that exoskeleton. And then eat
I
your
mean, you wouldn't be able to do all of it. I think when you get like a quarter of the way through, it'll die and turn to ash. So, not really the best threat.
Right.
I think it is
I
time
understand
to
the threat.
Jen's
I
brother
mean
or
it would be the
something
best
All of a
intentions.
sudden,
Huh?
I said, "What are you, Jen's overprotective big brother right now?"
I
all of a
mean,
sudden?
I'm guessing
We all
that
are.
literally is. Oh, there you go, yeah.
They're the youngest out of all of us, spiritually. The rest
No
of us
problem here.
think, feel,
Nah.
and say what we feel.
I mean, if I die, I'll just
Jen
come back in a
barely
couple
has
weeks, so I'm
out
fine.
there. Of course, we're
I
going to
don't really take threats against me very seriously.
All right. Look, I know Alice can be a bit of a dumbass.
Piece of shit, Jesse. Sorry.
I know Alice can be a
Right.
dumbass
You made
who
it.
accidentally hurts
Some
people at
strange noises.
times, but like, we still care
Yeah,
about
it
him.
has a tape drive.
Fair enough. But I'm making a
Oh,
trap for the future if something worse happens.
Need to update it.
Nothing he
Well,
does.
I thought
he
everything
does on
nowadays use that
purpose.
solid state stuff, not
I do
the
not think
like
Jen fits them
film
either.
tape.
I did it. I made it antiquated for
Yeah,
the sake
exactly.
of overcomplicated
Aesthetics.
nonsense.
Okay.
Also,
Yeah.
I forget,
Core still
weren't you,
wants to
like-
keep distance.
Weren't you like?
Guess it's the
just a living
equivalent
suit
of people who
armor
like
that
listening
your
to music on
creator-
vinyls,
Your shared creator.
even though it's
sometimes
literally
wears-
substandard.
I'm not a hit.
Huh?
Well,
Are you
Who
sure?
are you on about?
Positive.
Are you
Oh,
sure
you
you're
look
sure?
exactly like you.
Because you
Yes,
made
You mean
a
the-
purposely
you mean our
blueprint
antiquated
model?
chassis
Oh. Ah.
for
No,
yourself.
I made a purposely
Again,
The one who
fully
looks like a
magical and a
butler.
spiritual being.
Which is part
We don't
of
know
that
much.
chassis.
We don't know much about much
Yes.
outside of our little group.
Which is what you're using.
There's an
Okay.
actual purpose
Either
behind it. It
Right,
has
who do you
to
want to
do
talk
with
to?
stand
There's a lot of spirits in there.
static shock and magical
that is a good
bullshit
question.
doesn't really affect it all that much.
I suppose it does
Whoever is
not.
most willing to speak.
Magnetic storage is
Yes, I
actually
suppose
surprisingly
so.
resistant to it.
Right.
I guess it's the
Let's see who that
equivalent
is.
of carving words into stone is harder to destroy
What,
than
right
a
here?
book.
Yeah, I'm the spiritual connect. I literally use magic to maintain this form. I can just drag him out. Split us up.
Oh.
Come on,
Oh,
where
you're
are you?
giving me the side eye now. You're just yawning.
See ya.
Oh,
Oh,
hello, Ribbon. How are you? Oh, what the fuck?
what the hells?
Oh,
Not gonna process it.
Greetings
It would
once
take
more.
too much.
Hello again.
we have
What the
spoken
shit
before.
ever?
I guess we're
Yes.
playing roulette with the various parts of Jen.
Not parts of Jen.
Something like
no.
that. Here, let us back off a little bit.
Of course.
Boom.
So do you have
I'll be back in just a minute.
any idea what has
Alright.
happened to the core recently?
So how are you doing?
It became
Ah.
separated from the whole.
Working on
Yes.
projects near constantly.
We aren't
Understood.
fully aware of what happens outside the body, but when core does something drastic, we can tell.
Hmm.
And we felt the disconnection of everything else.
I can't
They were having a
relinquish
panic
Rocket
attack.
without an escort from here on out.
Hmm.
Hell, just
Why?
Any idea
Some
why?
spiritual magic. Some spiritual magic
Some sort of
was
enemy
absorbed
they
not
had
long ago.
faced.
It reacts with the area we're in.
Showed up to Orlando.
When was this?
We. Not long ago. Within the
Wasn't that
past.
meant to be like a local police
I
force or
believe it
something
was.
that's meant to, stop
Was
that
it
sort
this
of
week
shit?
or last week?
I'm not
I believe
going
it was
to Orlando much anyway for it to
last.
matter.
Was it?
I believe it was this
Alright.
Tuesday. I believe is the date. Would be
Even
the
if I
correct
do,
one.
I'll just take
Oh,
my phone
hi
with
there.
me.
That would coincide with one of our meetings. Th-
How you holding up, hon?
Does anyone happen to know if something happened to Jen on Tuesday?
What?
Tuesday.
Oh,
Tuesday.
kind of. I don't understand it though.
Tuesday.
Yes.
Um, we were
British is slipping.
at the forest. Then Jen started
Tuesday.
hearing the ghost as the only one
Yeah,
who
it
could
sounds like saying
hear it.
Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm saying Tuesday.
And eventually I brought them here, and then they stopped hearing the ghost.
Yeah.
I don't know where you're getting at.
Huh.
That's the reason I'm saying it reacts only with the area.
Just
It
voice
vanishes
To
the moment
talk to
we
me
leave certain
about
areas.
some sort of thing related to her chassis. I don't remember the details of what she asked me.
Hmm.
I told her that I am not a Magitech engineer and working on her is something I cannot do, but she should seek out an artificer.
Hmm.
Oh, I think we have one that comes here every now and then. Lupin.
Hmm.
the third.
No, they're like this. They're a little
Oh.
basically the very terrific.
That is an unfortunate coincidence.
I don't know if they're the third of their lineage. So,
I am sure it is not the same one I am thinking of.
and I'm playing the straight man.
Anyways. So,
I'm
something.
no selling your joke.
They were the only one able to hear this spirit, yes? Hmm.
I assume it was the spirit. Well, Jen said they heard things
Hello.
that usually the spirit says.
You doing alright?
Did it
From
seem
what
like
I have been able,
How's your
Did
magic
it seem like there was
exercises
a
going?
new presence in the core?
That's going good. My
Shattered,
dad
but
got me a couple
yes.
of books.
Shattered.
Jen was
Okay.
attempting
Getting some good use
something,
out of the stone.
using magic to create something, or create.
So my dad says
Deploy.
I should be practicing magic on
What
my
would be the
future
correct
round to
wording?
surprise me.
They were using magic
Bad,
as if you're using
especially
a
when
spell.
you're new to it. Make sure
Suddenly,
you have
we got a massive
experienced
mana hit.
supervisor with you.
We absorbed it, but
I guess I forgot to give you that warning when I first gave you that thing.
Training by yourself when you're still young.
What it is
only
sounding
serves
like
to cement
is
mistakes into
one of the
uh,
spirits of
habits that have
That's
already
not the
the
main issue.
fjord.
The main issue is lack of control
They're
and
all
actually
shattered pieces
setting
of a
your
whole.
bedroom on fire or something.
And it seems to me that
Yeah.
one
What I
If you
possibly
were
possessed
talking
the
more
core,
about like small
or at
mistakes
least entered
compounding
it.
into bad learning practices,
Hmm.
I'm thinking more
Hopefully,
about
with
accidents
time,
that can kill people.
it will be. We will
Mm.
simply consume it.
So Auntie
Hopefully, before the
Aurora
rest of
has
us become
freaked out
consumed.
learning that I can use shadow magic.
We're
Potentially, I
trying our
could.
best to keep it
Why? Because it's shadow magic, or
It is
because
possible I
it's
could
random?
in check.
exercise it, though I'd have
I
to
don't know, brought up the
make sure
subject
it
of
is
something called the
that and not
Shadowfell
one of
because
you.
that's what was in the book.
Yes,
Oh,
Shadowfell.
yeah.
But
I
I
have
know what these
relations with
spirits
Shadowfell,
look
yes.
like. I would be able to pick it out.
I don't.
Few of
I've
us
been there before,
here
but no,
have
actually, I do
a
kind of.
relationship.
Out of character, 1 second.
When you
VC, do you
bound
want
to
to
the
talk in VC,
Shadowfell at one
VC
point,
in case I fuck anything up?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know if that
like you
counts
had
as
that whole
being
thing where
there,
you just
too.
kept wandering towards the barrier without realizing.
Yeah, but that was Jester who, well, I'm kind of trying to help.
Yeah, my dad
Yeah.
told me that the
Hmm.
subject of Shadowfell should be told to me when I'm older.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a bad place.
not necessarily. It's
dangerous
just
place.
the inverse of most places. The Shadowfell is an infinite realm, just filled
Is there any
with
other questions you have?
reflections of material planes.
No, not in particular. I think I understand what
Usually, the best
happened.
way to describe it is if
Thank you
a
for the
key
help.
point in your life
In
happened
that case, if you
differently
do not
and
mind, I shall
happened in
return.
a way that made your life bad,
The
there would
body
be a
is just over
reflection of
there.
that in the Shadowfell. So there'd
If
be
you
like
need to
versions
make
of you in the
contact with it.
Shadowfell that I don't know, have
No,
a
I
broken leg
simply
or
need to
something.
stop trying to form a
Yeah,
body.
like a
Legs,
sort of
right?
dark metaverse.
Okay.
Yeah,
I wish you would
kinda.
do.
You as well.
I guess
It's
one of
also
maybe.
filled with all sorts of shadowy beings.
Okay.
If you stay there too long, it starts to mess with your mind and can potentially make you a native of the Shadowfell.
You should wake up soon here. There you go.
Welcome back.
A moment, I feel drained.
Understandable. Okay.
So how is everything going?
Well, I was able to speak to one of the spirits inside your core, and from them we were able to determine that it seems one of the spirits of the fjord invaded the core and has essentially possessed you. And that may be why this all happened. Now, I can try to exercise it, or alternatively, we could allow the spirits within the core to try to consume it over time. I'll have to be
Will it be
careful.
easy enough?
Go ahead.
If, will it be difficult to remove just them?
I have had plenty of encounters with these spirits. I should be able to pick it out amongst the crowd. I will at least know if I am trying to, or if I am contacting something that is not the spirit, and I can halt the process in that case.
Sounds risky.
Let us delay the decision for a while. Give me time to think it over.
Hmm. See if the spirits can handle it.
That, and also just I do not have the strength. I do not feel I have the strength at the moment in order to withstand anything you do.
Fair enough.
Even if you were to adjust yourself, I feel like I might break from how much mana I've been using.
Hmm. Okay, we will allow you to replenish yourself. And then we can make a decision from there.
Hmm. I wonder if that rock had anything to do with it.
Rock?
There was while we were at the foggy part of the fjord, the forested area with the campfire.
The one behind the fjord, yes.
There was a crystal.
Hmm.
Mayday was there for it. I was attempting to pour mana into it to see what happened, and it shattered.
Hmm.
I believe May. You have to ask her for confirmation. My memory can fade easily, unfortunately. But said it smelt of spirits or something similar, and someone else was able to also agree with that.
I see. You believe perhaps one was contained within this crystal?
I'm unsure. It shattered as I poured mana into it, so it's all the other energies within scattered out. But since I was holding it, a large majority were immediately taken by the core.
It is certainly possible that it may have been a soul crystal, and that one of
It was
the
also moving.
was moving, you say?
It didn't look like it easily moving. It looked, at least to me, it looked like it was having difficulty.
That can happen.
But I had this.
At least with powerful spirits or weak crystals.
Right. We can finish. We can, for the time being, chalk. If we have no other ideas, more than likely chalk it up to the stone and see what happens.
Okay.
I feel fine right here. There's no. At least not that I can hear our voices.
For the time being, at least it seems that you're stable. At least if we do not enter the fjord.
Maybe visiting the fjord might also help it calm down. Maybe it's just the foggy parts that are causing it to be more violent.
Possibly. There could be something special about the foggy part in particular. It does seem that a lot of the more extreme activity has been in the deeper forest. Apart from the one incident in the cave with Yami.
Alright, for now. I have plans on Null next Tuesday, so I can't go that day.
Okay.
Perhaps next time we meet up for Saturday should be fine. If we're going to the fjord, that is. If we want to do it outside of guild times, I will also make time for it.
I should be able to be here on Saturday.
Alright. Let's head over to you for now.
Hmm.
When they got murdered in their apartment. No offense, but if anyone kills another one of my friends, you're going to get your ass beat, babe. I love you, but you're going to get your ass beat.
I mean, there's not really gonna be any
Wait,
blood,
what?
just a lot of ash. Oh, Mayday jokingly threatened me after I, basically said that I could buy a knockoff of her belt at the supermarket.
A bit
Huh.
violent, man.
Yeah. Basically saying that,
I'm not
the
violent.
fictional version of
You
what she
threaten one
is
of the
was made
people
to
that
sell
saved my
toys.
life, however, I get very violent.
Yes, even I know that.
I was talking
There's
to
the
my
Yeah.
Kamen Rider TV show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Multiple of them.
I don't like
Yeah.
being reminded of my own fucking failings. And guess what? The fact that I don't have a working belt is my biggest failing.
Mhm.
Hmm.
We can probably figure out how to
Well,
get
the
it.
one that he could get is not a real one, at least.
Hmm. You
Yes, but
don't
it
need to.
still
You okay?
functions
wait.
for its purpose.
Of just
I have a thing to say.
making
You
sounds.
don't need to belt to be valid.
We're not talking about my gender. We're talking about my role as a common
Your
rider.
identity as a common rider is still an identity that you're struggling with. You don't need the belt to be a valid common rider. It's all about the hero stuff, right? Not just being able to transform into a fancy suit.
Before a certain point in time, you'd be right. There are evil common riders.
They just have a fancy suit and they're evil, but the whole, like, they're evil common riders, but common riders are, like, the good guys who are heroes. Do they always suit up before doing things heroic? Do they sometimes just not even use their suits while doing heroic things?
It's become less of a thing with time.
That means there's a precedent for it, which means you don't need your belt to be common rider. You just are. Just act the right way, I guess.
You should meet Amazon.
Oh, yeah,
That
Mr.
dude
Osh.
is
Yeah.
insane.
What's up?
My dad actually didn't want your contact information.
Wait, say that once more?
My dad
Your dad
actually
wants
didn't
your
want your
contact.
contact information.
Okay. Yeah, when I ask her to say it again, maybe don't say it over the top of her.
So, that was
Right.
I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
Here
Here you go. Here's my business card.
Okay.
That's got all my contact information on it.
Anyways.
Yeah, my dad
Hi.
was curious about you since you're the one who, took some of my DNA and analyzed it and whatnot.
Yeah, don't worry, I don't keep any of it on file. I only keep the results of the experiments in, like, text form. So I don't have, like, your raw DNA or anything. What was it? Yeah, I'm also in the meta pages. My, like, company ad is up there.
Okay.
Ugh. Cool.
For the
I-
time being, Jen is stable. We are going
Nice.
to wait until Saturday. And on Saturday, we are going to determine whether or not to attempt to exorcise the spirit that is taking up residence in the core. One of the fjord spirits apparently went in there. One that
Oh, lovely.
may have been trapped inside of a soul crystal, as it would seem. One that was found in the deep forest.
It is a place where the river meets the ocean. That's a fjord.
Within a large canyon.
Ew.
Oh, okay.
You've been there before. It's like the very hilly, watery, mountainy tree place. The one without the fog.
Oh,
Yes.
oh yeah.
That's the
It is
fjord.
foggy.
It's sometimes foggy, but it's not constantly foggy like the mountain valley. Because that place is literally designed to make fog happen due to how it just traps all the moisture in the valley.
Hmm. Yes. It would seem a soul crystal was in the deep forest. And when Jen tried to pour their magic into it, it exploded. And that may be when the spirit took up residence inside of them.
It kind of exploded in my face too.
It's not unusual.
I could see if there is something inside of you.
I don't know.
Just look over with the third eye.
I'd like to say I do agree with what Ellis said.
Hmm.
I did my best at a pep talk.
What's
Is there anything?
Not that I've been told.
Aw, thank you, sweet.
Hmm. It would seem not.
Renee, I would like to say I do agree with what Ellis said.
Odd.
Perhaps it traveled along the currents that Jen was pouring into it.
Heroic figures. I don't think that's what it means
Hmm.
to you.
Yes, but how can I be a kamen rider without a kamen?
Of any type, and you would take it into account.
Oh yes.
So I
Yeah,
just
me.
need to
Kamen
find
Rider.
some masks.
Yeah.
There's something I wanted
Just put
to
on a helmet, you're good to
talk to
go.
you about, or more specifically to Tomo
What's
about.
more important about being a Kamen Rider to you?
Oh, okay.
The look, or what they do?
Come with me.
Obviously, it's
If
being
you-
able to help people.
Okay. Just speaking directly did not work, so I'm going to try to talk to Tomo psionically. If you're okay with that.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, will it work? Wouldn't they have to, like, respond either way?
Hmm?
I mean, can't you just, like, choose to not talk? If they didn't give an answer before, why would they give an answer now? Am I confused?
I can at least try.
Hmm.
Alright. Tomo, I I would like to know why you have not been coming out lately.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Reasons?
Can you give those reasons?
I can. Should I?
Yes.
Why?
Because I am worried that it may be having an effect on Yami's health.
I'm sure it isn't.
Are you certain of that?
I know it's best for Yami, so yes.
But what about what is best for you to just stay in there all the time? You're not grounded,
Well, last time I
remember?
checked, I've been in here for a long 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Yeah, it was only a few days ago and today that you have tried to ask.
Tomo,
Yes?
there's another reason why I want you to come out.
What's that?
I also miss you. I want to see you again. You're my daughter, too.
And it took you 3 weeks to figure that out?
I was giving you time to. I just wanted to give you some time to figure yourself out with this. And
Figure out this unfair punishment, yeah?
What unfair punishment? Taking away the knife
When I
after you
do
stab
something,
someone?
it's like... When I do something, it's almost like everyone reacts as if the whole world burned. When everyone else do something, nothing happens. Kinda fun.
It is not my place to punish them. I am not their mother, I am
Oh,
your
last time I checked,
mother.
you are a head of
It is not the
medical.
same. It is not the same, Tomo.
I mean, kinda. You can tell securities, maybe don't do crazy fire shit everywhere.
I can tell them, yes.
And you haven't.
We have. We have told them to avoid using fire, especially around you.
Hmm.
Tomo, I love you. I don't want you to lock yourself away like this. It is hurting you, it is hurting Yami.
I am learning a lot. Crazy how now is a bad thing. It's crazy how sometimes you want it to come out, sometimes you don't want it to come out. Weird.
What
I
do you
mean,
mean by
you can
that?
choose whenever they come out. That's completely fine. I'm pretty, I'm kind of used to taking orders, being told what to do. If you want me to come out, just tell me.
I'm not going to order you. I'm asking you, as your mother, as someone who cares about you, someone who loves you.
Let's see, last time I was in control, I'm pretty sure you said you were gonna let Yami take control.
I acted in anger. I'm sorry, Kumo. That was not a just punishment, and that is why I walked back on it, okay?
You walked back on it because you heard both sides of the story, not only one.
Yes.
I mean, it's kind of crazy how you came fully thinking I did it for a bad reason, without even listening to me first. Well, you didn't listen. You just didn't listen enough.
And I tried to make up for that later. And that's all I can do. I'm sorry for not listening to you more at the time.
I'm used to no one listening to me, so it's fine.
Oh, I did listen to you.
I'm not saying you never listen. You do listen. You're a good mother. Well, I'm not. I'm just saying, you know, sometimes people don't listen.
Mm, I know.
People talk. They don't listen.
I know.
I've gone through it. Someone else have gone through it. I try to stand up for them. Crazy how when I do something I think is right, I get punished for it.
Well, I am standing up for you. I am urging Blake to not to have empathy for you. Just try and see your side of things. She gets very protective of her family.
Mm-hmm.
It is, I suppose, the dragon part of her. But I am trying to make her see how you are seeing things. To help her understand why you did this.
And why did I do this?
Because you felt that it was a just punishment.
For what reason?
For him ignoring Jen. But I am not. I want to understand that it was not a reasonable punishment. Just as me grounding you for a month, forcing you to stay inside your army, stay hidden, stay out of the world, was also an unjust punishment. It is too extreme.
In my eyes, no, it isn't. I don't really understand the punishment. I mean, it's not really a punishment. You're just telling me to not be here. I want to say that's a punishment.
And I take it back. I don't want you to stay away. I do not think that is productive at all.
I mean, I just don't really see the point of that being a punishment at all. I mean, the thought of it being one, I suppose. I mean, I know a punishment. That doesn't really seem like one.
I'm not going to hurt you, Tomo.
In some people's eyes, that is actually a reward. Just being away.
Tomo, I am not going to hurt you. Because that is wrong. You do not need to be hurt to learn a lesson. That is something that I am trying to teach you. Do not need to hurt someone to teach them a lesson to influence their behavior. It does more harm than good.
You know.
Do you not resent those who
Mm.
punished you? See them as evil? See their actions as unjust?
I mean, yeah, but it did work.
Just because it made Nami more compliant does not mean it was right.
I mean, I will admit, some stuff we got punished for is pretty stupid, but you know, in some ways it worked, so.
What they wanted her to do was wrong in the first place. So of course they went to an extreme to force her to be compliant with this.
I mean, how it was almost like playing a game almost. You do one thing wrong, you die in a video game. Except for dying, it's taking one wrong step or one wrong move, speaking out of line, and then getting. It sounds like a random wheel, I would say. I didn't really have a reason. One time was one thing, another time was one thing. That's a bit weird.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted Ellis to listen to Jen, yes?
Yes.
That is a perfectly reasonable thing. And you know what you could have done to get him to listen to Jen?
Hmm.
All you had to do was just tell him, hey, Ellis, listen, Jen is trying to talk to you. Get his attention, and he would have stopped ignoring Jen. That is all.
And how is he going to learn it in the for the future? Am I just gonna have to tell him over and over again?
Perhaps the embarrassment of ignoring Jen like that will help teach him. But yes, perhaps you would have to remind him again. But there's nothing wrong with that. It is a small thing.
I mean,
Jen talks quietly.
I mean, yeah,
it is only natural that they.
it is a small,
Jen
but you know, it gets bigger and bigger.
Jen talks quietly. It is not out of the ordinary for someone to not hear them.
I know, and I have double tabajami as well. I know people being quiet, but normally when they are quiet, they usually make up for it with body movements and coordination. It's signs they want to talk. I will admit, yeah, she was beside him, but you know, other people was also there looking at her.
Yes.
I mean, if the whole point of this is I punish Alice, then Is my lesson that I should punish the others for just ignoring Jen as they
No.
saw him, her, them, whatever they are?
Love, no punishment was needed.
Hmm.
It was a simple mistake. All that needed to be done was to, I suppose, fix the mistake. Make him listen to Jen at the time. That experience alone can help him be try to be more aware of Jen in the future. More, I suppose, vigilant when someone tries to talk to him.
I would have said something, but knowing you, probably already know what I'm thinking. Because, what I technically did.
It's fine for you to. Honestly, Tomo, I do not care if you say it to him in a very rude way.
I mean, you can't really stop me from being rude to him.
No. And I do not plan to.
So I can be rude, but not injure him.
I mean, it is better than injuring him.
Just being rude.
I mean, if you must, you.
I have no reason to be kind. So of course I'm gonna be rude. Can't really force me to like him.
You don't have to like him. But there is
I mean, I won't.
there is reason to be kind. Again, I am
I'm
not
not
going
saying
to.
I'm unkind to everyone. I'm kind to some people.
Yes, you are, and I am glad that you are.
Which goes back to the exact same reason why I did this to begin with.
Just
Not always mean, just try to be kind.
please, just do not hurt someone for a simple mistake. It was wrong when it happened to Yami, and it is wrong when you do it to someone else, okay? And that's all I want to get across
Yeah.
to you. I do not care if it works. It is still wrong. I do not.
You told me this
I
to
know.
begin with, but yeah, okay.
I know you can.
I won't do it again.
Okay, thank you.
Again, what I said before, you can just tell me, don't hurt him. I won't hurt him. It's kinda easy. You can't really train a dog using new tricks. Use tricks that they're familiar with.
You're not a dog. You're a person.
I'm a fox, yes.
Oh.
Well, I'm bile.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm one thing.
You are a person. That is what is important.
I'm a thing. Sure.
A person.
I'm a being.
A person that can think and act with reason. That knows more than just instinct.
Sure.
So do we understand each other?
If the whole point of this talk was to make me not stab Alice, then yes.
The point of this talk was more to convince you that you can come out. You do not have to stay hidden inside Navi.
I mean, yeah, I can come out, just like, you know, not right now, while you're doing this. This, you know. If you want me to come out, just tell me to come out. I will gladly come out.
Oh. I'm sure I would like you to come out, but I just want to understand.
Then I'll come out.
But I just want to understand why you haven't been.
I suppose to see
Normally I see you every day.
how people would, you know, react, I suppose. Do something different.
Are you perhaps afraid of how they may act with you after what happened?
No. I give a fuck what they do. They can punish me for all I care. I don't really care.
They're not going to punish you.
Also, yes, I suppose see, you know, who cares while I'm not here.
I don't care about you.
Sure.
Okay then. I'm going to cut the link now. If you want to come out, please do so. If you want.
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Hey, Tomo.
Hello.
It is good to see you again.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we go back to the others then?
Sure.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
What the actual fuck is happening?
Hello.
I'll come back.
Hi, Tomo.
Two people on the floor, two people are sitting. I thought there was a small dog turning into a big dog.
I mean, me lying on the floor is quite cool.
Yeah, yeah, hey.
So how are you doing?
Suggest licking me, but sure.
Alright.
Oh yeah, you might not want to lick them.
Also, hi, Orisa.
Hello. It's good to see you.
You too. Hey.
Hello.
So how are you all doing?
I'm fine.
Oh?
We have been running
I'm
around nearly
so
constantly
used
since I
to
got
it.
here.
Hmm.
I need
I
to
see.
get back in a little bit. I've got some
Hey, Cammy.
needs to take care of.
This place is quite nice.
Yeah, it ain't bad.
I enjoy the mountain air.
That's a reason I decided to live here.
I always had a liking for
Made a
being
good
high.
choice.
Yeah, about the size of a wolf pup. Oh, you're a good boy.
So how have you been shaking? Serious?
What is even the reasoning for
Oh,
a dog to go
I'm
smaller than big? What's the reason?
So they can fit into areas easier? Most doors aren't exactly direwolf size.
Mm.
I mean, you can smash through a door. Same result.
Yeah, but you can't do that really more than once. At least until the owner gets mad. I don't think Teena'd be very happy about the doors getting smashed here.
There's a window.
If
Or
nothing,
an
the
opening,
window is
whatever
big
the fuck
enough for
that is.
them.
I mean, it's a dog. I'm sure you can find one way to get in.
Well, the smaller size is just more convenient, I suppose.
So I think even if they get in, I'm not sure the rooms inside are big enough.
And I wouldn't really say, I mean, blue. I wouldn't really say that's, camouflage or anything, so. It probably would be seen pretty much anywhere. Not a very capable predator.
Perhaps in the snow? Or at night?
That being in the snow.
Or at night? Ninjas wear blue.
Maybe at night.
It is quite good camouflage under the cover of the night.
Perhaps, yeah, I suppose.
Fluffy.
I mean, if you're ferocious enough, you don't exactly need camouflage.
Yeah, that's true.
How many dragons don't really have camouflage?
No, they don't really need to.
No, not really. They ain't really hiding from nobody.
Nope. Sometimes bright colors are used to show how ferocious you are, or if you're poisonous. Or even just as a extra tactic to overwhelm the senses of your prey. Like a more natural version of just flashing someone with something bright. Mm.
I think I'll...
Well, it smelled something and now it's running away.
Or maybe he had something. Maybe Jen's
I
calling
mean,
them.
I already smelled the scent again.
Possibly.
You didn't really look at it, but it did, do a sniffing motion.
As far as I can tell, Jen doesn't not really have much of a scent.
I mean, to be fair, it is an animal. It's better smell, better hearing. Maybe it's something that's familiar.
I suppose. Though my antennae are quite good at smelling.
What's wrong?
Oh, just some idle
Why the
conversation.
fuck is there a flower in my clothes?
Oh. Oh, that may have been given to you by... or given to Yami.
Why?
I believe, Core gave it to you. Jen's core.
Who?
Jen's core was separated earlier. Little pink version of themselves.
I won't fucking ask.
They gave one to me too.
Core is far more friendly than I am a lot of the time. Very straightforward and energetic, from what I know.
What a fun silent party. I can hear the music in my head. Ooh.
Just relaxing.
To get my head on out of here for the time being. Thanks for your hospitality.
Farewell.
Oh, good meeting you. Safe travels.
I'm currently just seeing if I can keep track of running around.
They ran off into the field.
They went to go and greet me, and then I told them to run off and play, which is run really fast. To them.
Orisa?
Which is good.
Yes?
Not right now, but later, can I talk to you about something?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not now? There's literally nothing happening.
Well,
You can just go up there to a tree or something.
Good.
Has it already been a week, or was it a month?
If you want to.
Since?
What?
Since you were, well, punished for stabbing Alice.
No.
Huh?
They are not grounded.
2 to 3 weeks.
Ooh. Huh?
Understood. Just wondering.
You stabbed Alice?
Yeah, it's a crazy thing that happens. Sometimes people stab people. He pretty stupidly gave me his arm. It wasn't deep, but it was deep enough for me to get in trouble for it, so if that says something.
Tomo
It's deep enough to bleed.
saw it as a punishment for
That's
ignoring Jen. And she has promised not to do that again.
I mean, to be fair, I don't really have a choice. It's either don't do it again, or if I do it again, it's either I'm gonna be in more trouble, and probably a lot worse of a punishment, if you wanna call it that. Consequences, was the right word for it.
Well, yes, that is true.
And I would have one strike. I'm guessing it's 3 strikes and you're out.
I really ought to ask her for clarification on that. I'll do that tonight.
I mean, it's strikes. It's probably 3 strikes. It makes sense. Everyone does 3 and you're out. You have 3 chances. Fuck it all up, you're gone.
I will talk to.
So I can't really.
Blake about
I
it.
can't really. I don't really understand how that would work with me, since I'm, in Jami's body. And it can't really, stop me from taking over.
I did not know if they were thinking entirely rationally at the time.
No shit.
I. I think I'll keep my opinions on that to myself.
Oh no, it's fine. You can talk all you want. I don't really care either way what you say. What happened happened, so. If you just find a better way to do things, don't be so violent. Violence is bad. I'm the Lorax, I speak for the trees.
I'll just
Be
say he
safe to
probably
nature.
deserves more.
Ellis does.
Oh, more?
Hello, Rika.
Hello.
Oh, well.
Hey. Hey.
I mean, now we have 2 people who don't really care that much.
I mean, I have a very complicated past with him, so.
My feelings towards Ellis are rather complicated.
Is even better of a reason.
What I'm mainly concerned about is that he is not able to do any of those things again.
What, be ignorant?
No, the other things he did.
Genocide.
Yeah. I mean, he physically can't, so.
Exactly. That is why I tolerate him.
Now, how strong is that word for you? Tolerate.
I do not know.
Is it I tolerate being in the same room with him, or I tolerate him being alive? There's a lot of different levels.
I'm not entirely sure myself.
That's. I want to say that's good, but not bad, so yeah, probably the best answer.
I am also not the biggest fan of LS for many reasons. But also, I do realize he
yeah.
is trying to be better.
That is all he really can do.
Yeah, that's
Oh no shit.
And
I'm not exactly going to ask him to end his life. That I do not believe is productive.
as for the stabbing that occurred, while I do believe it goes a bit far, I do appreciate the thought behind it.
I mean, to be fair, if I didn't stab him, would you done anything, or just stand there being quiet, and not say
I would have
anything?
stood there being quiet.
You could have also just gone to Ellis and said, "Hey, quit being an idiot. Jen is trying to talk to you." And that would have
You
worked as
can't
well.
tell an idiot to stop being an idiot. That's what they're programmed to do.
You would have listened.
For that moment, yes.
No stabbing necessary. Same result.
I wouldn't say the same result, but
Well, okay, the
same
same.
path.
The desired outcome of him stopping ignoring Jen.
Yeah.
Yes.
How are you doing today, Rika?
Let that just be your default to talk it
I
out.
understand.
Okay?
Do I look like the type of person to talk things out?
Can be. You're
You
intelligent.
can always try.
I can be if I care about the person, yes.
You're
Sure.
intelligent. You're reasonable.
I am, yes.
So yes, you are the type of person who can talk it out.
Oh, I can. I never said I couldn't. You know, the reason. I
Exactly.
don't have to talk to him. It's all choices in the end. I can choose to do one thing, choose to do the other thing.
I'm trying to say that I think highly of you, Tomo.
I think
I
highly
think
of
you're.
myself too, yes.
I think you're quite a capable person that is able
I
to
think so
do a
too,
lot
yes.
of things without violence. Yes,
Sure.
you are.
Sure, yeah, sure.
No, welcome back, me.
Hey.
Okay.
How are you doing, Rika?
Give me just a
I'm
moment.
That's good.
The mood around here seems rather somber.
Yeah, I'm curious what I came back to.
As am I.
Well, I can explain it if you like, you know, ask.
Will you explain it without bias?
Don't really know how it can be biased in this situation, but sure.
Alright, what happened?
Oh, look at the time. I'm sorry, I can't. Ask someone else.
Aren't you lovely?
Yeah, she's just a child. She doesn't know better.
Yes, clearly.
No better than what? Be kind? What is it I'm supposed to know?
I asked.
Be kind to your elders.
I asked,
yes, that's the bare
and it
minimum.
got all
Explain.
snippety and sarcastic, and then, oh, look at the time, I'll have to ask someone else.
I
Do
will
you
quickly
know me?
explain. It is kind of how they work.
No, I don't know you.
But
Probably
as for
better.
what was talking about,
Hmm?
Ellis was talking to a group of people. I was a part of the group of people who was talking. I was trying to get a word in edgewise. I decided to be quiet as I was not being heard. Tomo decided enough was enough and made a very direct request for Ellis to
I
sit
stabbed him in
down,
the arm,
give him
so.
the arm, and stab him in the arm.
Oh,
Mhm.
Tuesday night, yeah, I heard about that.
No, I hadn't.
I hadn't either.
So how does that tie into what was going on just now?
We were talking about it.
And then it got
Fair
on
enough.
to Tomo's reaction towards it and how they
Fine.
reacted by stabbing.
Hmm.
Hey, Tomo.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll be right back.
For what? Stabbing? What?
I
You
believe it
can't
was
please
a
say
stabbing
thank
in
you and
this
not
case.
explain why.
Because Ceres is not exactly on the best of terms with Alice.
Like, yeah, I'm guessing it's for the stabbing, but it can be other other stuff, you know. It's like 80% stabbing, 20% miscellaneous.
Perhaps. It would have been nice to know what the thank you was for so you could directly figure it out.
I mean, I don't really have to figure it out.
You say that, but until Ceres says so, it is still technically a gas.
I mean, I suppose, yeah, in some ways. But that counts me, you know, taken as, oh, I'm gonna do this job for you. Hey, thank you for doing this job. What exactly am I being thanked for completing it, doing it smoothly? What am I being thanked for? Doing it efficiently? Overall performance? I need a
Yeah, but at
full-on
least in that
notebook
case,
to please write down what I did good. It's to
but in this
boost my
case,
ego.
it didn't. It was just the fact it was just a thank you. That is. Because as you made the point of the job, that's still at least whatever the thank you was about was for the job. In this case, you have the idea that it might have been had to do with the Ellis stabbing, as that was talked about before they said thank you.
It most likely is.
Nearly
I mean, I
certainly,
only
but
care so much. I'm gonna assume it's that and just not care.
fair enough.
And you need to learn to actually, you know, can't you just like, I don't know, make your voice box or somewhere of the fact that you have, sound higher? Basically, kind of to learn to, kind of speak up for yourself. I'm not saying, now it's fine, but like, for future reference. If you want to have like, I don't know how you really do it. Do you take like a screwdriver to the neck and crank it or something? I don't really know. Whatever the hell you can.
There's settings within my mind. I just increased a few.
Want
I
something
do
to
not
eat?
believe it helped that much.
Yes, please.
There's
Thank
also
you.
there's a hard limit in
She takes it and eats it
the
in one
system.
bite.
Stop me from accidentally bursting eardrums by setting it too high.
Yeah, that seems
Don't
like
worry
a
about
good
being
safety
too
measure.
loud. There's a lot of people here who are too loud, and we don't really care.
You want something to eat?
We just kind of tune them out.
Sure.
Welcome back.
Mm,
I have
Ceres
takoyaki
is
or
back.
taiyaki right now.
Takoyaki. Thank you very much.
Do you want takoyaki or taiyaki?
Sure.
Takoyaki or taiyaki?
Oh, what's the difference?
Taiyaki?
Takoyaki has actual octopus in it. Taiyaki just looks like a fish and has red bean paste in it.
The one with the octopus.
It is quite good. My favorite.
Thank you.
Yeah. All home Osakan specialty.
It's surprising you don't know what takoyaki is, considering the people we hang around with.
Me too,
But
hasn't been
we
around
want
that
Mainly
often
me too.
lately.
It has been strangely quiet without her.
Yeah.
She's been at a couple of
There it is.
other lobbies.
Ah. Okay.
We'll be back in a bit.
Right.
Alright.
Okay.
Do you do therapy?
Not typically, though I do have some experience in therapy.
I was given a list of places to go for therapy, but I guess I'd be more comfortable with someone I actually know.
I may not be a licensed therapist, but I would be happy to help you with this.
You helped me a lot already, and that much is already showing, so... I want to get over this fire thing. I feel like it just hampers me far too much. It's... Anytime I see it, and it's so common, it's...
It is quite common. It is even one of the more common elemental alignments.
People think I'm skittish and timid because of it.
It's not true.
I know it's not. Just... I can't really say I'm not when just a candle on a table can make me run away and cry.
It is trauma. Trauma can be it can do these things to us. It is something
Apparently it's
beyond
called
fear.
post-traumatic stress disorder, but
Yes.
it's...
That is the medical term
Whatever
for
it's
it.
called, it's just... I just want to get rid of it. But I don't want to do the memory thing.
It is not exactly something that you can just get rid of. At least not simply. It is something that you
I know you...
learn to... It is something that you learn to adapt with. One thing that you've been doing that is a very good way of trying to adapt to it is seeking out a pleasant experience that involves one of your triggers, which would be the smell of fire, with Tao.
No. Tina's offered, but it's just bringing up the effort to ask for help is already a lot. And even the prospect of
It
I'm
is
scared. I just the thought of bringing it up alone is making me freak out, and at the very least, I just don't want to be a liability. I want to be able to help people in danger, and fire comes around so often when people are in danger. I don't want to just shut down and be unable to function while others actually need me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what form this therapy would take or how we would do it. I just... Please make sure I do it.
Well, it is a bit of a myth that exposure therapy, at least in the sense that most people understand it, works to help these problems. What I mean by that is, essentially, if you were to, like, force you to be, I suppose, perhaps next to a campfire, for instance. Or, maybe that is not a good example. Perhaps holding a candle to you and forcing you to stay there and endure it. That does not necessarily help. The actual way to do exposure therapy is to seek out a pleasant experience that involves the trauma. That way you get something out of it. There's an incentive to endure it rather than simply...
I can't exactly think of anything pleasant about being burnt alive.
Not about that. But there is perhaps being near a campfire and being with your friends, for instance. Having a good time talking to them, while the campfire just happens to be there. Perhaps you might even enjoy feeling its warmth. You do like feeling warm, yes?
I certainly don't like the cold. Definitely not as I am now.
Well, certainly being out of the cold, especially now that winter is coming.
I really don't want to be bored.
Well, the campfire can help with that. We can stop you from losing your hair as long as you stay warm.
I guess so.
Perhaps you can even have s'mores. Perhaps that may be a later thing that we can do.
Maybe.
But it is something enjoyable that we could do in the future. When you reach that point. But this is a long process. It always will be. That is the unfortunate reality of it. I can do things to help you, help make it easier for you, such as that charm. Using the charm for every little thing is going to stunt the growth. But using it when you need it. That is what it is for. It is a crutch. Yes, but sometimes we need a crutch in order to heal.
Thank you in advance. We can go back now. Just keep me to it, please.
I will.
Thank you.
Of course.
Harder to find it now that they already know that someone is watching. So you're also gonna take measures to not make it obvious.
They more than likely also just don't have the main facility on that small outpost data net.
Well, no shit.
Unless they're incredibly cocky, in which case we might be lucky. But that depends if we think they are.
Maybe, but then again, they know we're here. They know we're taking action against it, so they're gonna be cautious.
They know someone is, at the very least, they more likely know someone's attacked their facility. But you have a point there, they're still going to be cautious now. But that doesn't...
Not paying attention.
But...
Hello.
I did notice you two come back.
No, I was just waving and you just kept staring.
And
sorry, I was a little spaced out.
I thought so.
Die. From what we know. They know face by face. Only one person, but still. You still have one face.
We do still have the data network we have gained access to, or at least a copy that we gained access to. Would be before any heightened security after the attack. So we have to investigate. If they,
of course,
they likely have increased security at this point. We would have to more than likely attack a supply station, I suppose would be the best word. An outpost that supplies other outposts. If they have multiple of them.
If we can find one, then yeah. But then again,
it would definitely be on the data net.
You're gonna be cautious. And probably, yeah. I suppose. So again, actually finding the facility it's gonna be hard.
Mm,
You have a,
we've got a general
general area,
expectation.
but it's the same as the clinic. They have to actually find the way into the facility,
Mm.
which by this point is probably being already probably being high security. Who knows?
Just because it's higher security doesn't mean there isn't a break in defenses. Sometimes a high security situation can actually make for a perfect opportunity to break in.
Yeah, of course. I'm saying it's gonna make it harder, and the
Sure.
more we wait, the harder it's gonna be.
Not really. The longer
Oh.
it's a psychological thing. The longer you tell people high alert, something's going to happen, and the longer nothing happens, the more relaxed, the more people begin to believe an overreaction.
Well, if they know they attacked this specific part of the facility, then they obviously gonna know, okay, what the fuck were they after? And from that facility, probably not much, because it's only a sub-facility. Because why attack one, a small one, when you're not gonna attack the others?
True, but as I said, the longer we take to plan, and the more nothing happens, the more likely the guards will, despite meant to be on high alert, they might be slipping and going back into their old routines and
yes.
just ignoring new
Yeah,
security protocols.
it's
They don't put
it's
that control
possible
over the
they would.
guards, it's still people. They're gonna be fucking lazy.
So is the entire operation, which is the main weak point here.
True, but
Not to
there
mention-
are people who are still going to be and always going to be cautious from this one incident. Yami's being one of them.
Right. I do believe any.
Yeah.
Any attack we do will take time to plan. We also need to figure.
Well, yeah.
We need to figure out how they label their
where it is, get the
facilities.
information, actually plan out a plan, not just go in there blindly, and then other stuff.
We also just need to figure out the data network, how they name facilities, how they mark them. We have access to a facility now, we have a recent one, good up-to-date information that will help us figure out more, maybe even get better information.
100% that we did get information from it.
We've gotten some no matter what. Xe wouldn't allow us to go with nothing.
Get your sleeves caught on my branches.
They might be smart, but in the moment, they might not even think about that exactly. Only to get rid of everything. They're assuming they did what they were being cautious about, but they might not have. The only option is to actually ask them what if they did get anything, what they got, if it's useful at all.
Would you like me to do more scouting?
On what?
On this that you're talking about.
I mean, yeah, what part of it? Like,
Just in general.
I'm
Learn
not
more.
sure, but
I believe it will be best to wait until we can figure out until we can get a talk with Xe, figure out what specific data we have, what information on base locations, then narrow it down to search
that's
those
the first
locations.
priority we should do.
Hmm.
If we don't get anything good that we can use, that might give us a lead to a next location, then we can just look everywhere we can with Orisa.
Okay.
Nah.
Unless you have a better idea, but that's kind of the idea I'm going with.
It's a good plan. As for
Well, it's
security,
not a full plan, but there's a plan for that.
they will more
It's
than
the
likely
smartest
be.
choice we have.
I believe at the very least they're going to be dismantling their outermost research outpost if this is their first attack they've experienced like this. An entire base destroyed and systems wiped.
It
More
most
than likely
likely
fall
is,
back
yes.
to more than likely fall back to more defended supply points, unless it's critical for current research objectives. In which case they'll probably just increase defenses which troops are pulling away. At
Well, they
least
can
that's what I
actually
would do.
increase defenses on the more important places.
Yes, and pull forces out of
They
the
don't
places they
they
don't
don't
need
have
to close
infinite
off those ones.
troops. That's the good idea. They don't have infinite
Yeah.
soldiers at their side.
So my thought is any research outpost that isn't critical or very important research is going to be either destroyed or some way probably wiped and also closed off at the very least, and then consolidating the forces from those research outposts to more critical infrastructure.
Yeah.
Comes down to then what they'll do after that.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
We might get an in. We can strike sooner rather than later. We might actually have a good in.
Depending on where
Actually,
we
yes,
strike,
that's.
yes.
No, it doesn't matter where we strike. Anywhere that's been consolidated would work. They're going to be moving a lot of force very quickly. Find some gear similar to the security
True, yeah.
guards. And use some magic, make us look similar to them. They might, in the security rush of getting forces transferred and everything, there's bound to be a lot more slip-ups in something they've never had to fully do before.
I mean, no offense, but it has been quite a while since the attack. We would have had
True, but
probably a good amount of time to get things probably ready for another attack. Maybe not fully ready,
true.
but a good amount.
But I am trying to take into account the fact that they might have just thought there was some sort of communications issue for a good while before finally sending out people and finding the facility destroyed. But we don't know that. But we'll have a better idea the moment we can see an actual base. There's a lot that
We
could
don't
be
know.
happening.
We don't really know anything. That's the problem.
Yes,
I
but
mean, I
still
don't
good.
think. There were people on the surface that, well, we kind of left before we encountered again.
Fair point. They did more than they report back very soon, so Yami probably is right, and they've already mostly reinforced.
That's one part of the video I actually did see from Xy's thing. One I didn't have to block out of my memory, but yeah. One of them, there seems to be an issue, was a nurse. Or a receptionist, I really know. One of them. They seem to be a civilian. At least from how they reacted, and not
They seemed none the
Being able
wiser.
to see the guards.
They did not seem clued into what was happening.
Yeah. The other man, that's a different reason. He most definitely is.
Alright. For the time being, any plans we do make can be immediately ruined from just the information we get.
Yeah.
So, I suppose we wait until we can speak with Exie about this properly.
I did catch his eyes
that's the best option
occasionally
right now.
drifting to the soldiers in the room.
Mm.
At least now we have at least I wouldn't really call it a plan, and more of a template almost. We need to do this. First information.
We have
Or we can find from it.
we have
the
several
better.
templates.
Yeah, or several things from on the template, you can say.
Hmm.
But first and foremost is straight up information. See if we have any. Even if it's like just literally anything is gonna be helpful. From just like, I don't know, one delivery, it's still gonna be very useful.
Something to check.
Yeah.
And something to hope we have. Alright. For the time being, I think I'm going to shut down for the night.
Right.
Yeah,
Take care.
Okay.
it's a little bit past when we usually wrap up on Saturdays.
Oh. Okay.
Sure. Have a good night, everyone.
You too.
It seems so.
I know I did it without permission earlier, but can I give you a head pat? Or a hug?
Sure, I guess.
Okay. Good to see you.
Yeah.
You're always welcome at mine.
Mm-hmm.
See you later.
You
Very
too.
well. Alright. I suppose we might as well go too.
I mean, yeah.
Take care, you two.
Very well.
Leave
you
wherever
too.
she went.